Hey, family and friends. I hope everyone's doing good today. Um, Currently traveling back to O'Hare International Airport to head back home to San Diego. That's why I have a mask on. But just want to share a little thought with you all. Maybe not a thought, but several thoughts that have gone through my mind on this trip. And this whole thought process revolves around just my daily reminder that struggling as an alcoholic, our sobriety is put to the test on a daily basis. It's been a while since I've kind of traveled in this capacity by myself, without either like my wife or one of my kids, or maybe in a more professional capacity where I'm going to a to an official event or something like that. It was very leisure travel. Went to go congratulate my son on his accomplishment from DCA school. And the crazy thing is I've never been in this latest stretch of my sobriety. I haven't been tested as much as I feel I have this weekend. And and it really started from the moment I got to San Diego International Airport. I think the feeling of being by myself, not being watched or monitored per se, not that my wife or kids ever monitor or watch me to see if I'm gonna slip up. I'd never had that feeling from them, but maybe my family's a little bit of my crutch, if you would say. Um, or not feeling like I need to be in the right thought process for an official event or capacity, right? Um, yeah, the thought came up like I can have a drink. No one's gonna know. No one at this bar in this airport's gonna know who I am. Um, and it was a real mental mind fuck per se. Till I got on that plane. Sitting in the main cabin, they're not serving alcohol to us peasants that sit back there, right? So that was smooth. Then I landed in Phoenix, and the thought process started all over again. As soon as I got off the plane, I was like, wow, I'm in Phoenix for a layover, and no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. Um, Luckily, in Phoenix, I did reach out to an old friend of mine, and him and I talked, and not that he talked me out of it, but he just laid it out. He goes, "This is your options. You have the option to drink for sure, and by all means, go for it. I'm not here to stop you. I'm just here to remind you of what that one drink can lead to." And it was a great conversation. It's probably been, I honestly can't even remember the last time I've reached out to somebody in that type of need, and it was much needed, very much needed. Um, and then during the weekend, while I'm just out walking around with my son, yesterday evening, as we're walking back to the hotel room, it was around 9 o'clock in the evening time. We're walking on the Riverwalk in Chicago, and it's beautiful there, very beautiful. And we're taking pictures and we're having a great time. But I nervously look at him at one point throughout that walk as there's breaks in the conversations and that awkward silence. Um, I just kind of looked at him and said, "Hey, I just want to apologize if I'm making the situation weird or uncomfortable." I said, because for the first time in my life, at 40 years old, I'm realizing that I don't really know how to have a social interaction in this type of capacity without alcohol being involved. And I told him that before it would be, oh, here's a bar, let's stop, have a drink, chit chat for a few minutes. Oh, walk to the next bar, have another drink, chit chat. And that's all I knew how to have a social interaction. I told him, so I said, I'm sorry. I'm just making this a little weird, but I'm learning how to be an adult without drinking. And my son at 25 years old, still very innocently looked at me and maybe not quite understanding where I was coming from, just said, "Oh no, it's okay, Dad. I'm socially awkward too." And we both just laughed and laughed. And and that's when I knew everything would be okay. That's when I knew I was gonna go to bed sober that night. And I would wake up the next morning sober as well. So yeah, so now I'm headed back to the airport, and no one's there to watch me. No one's gonna know. But I do know that I couldn't look at myself in the mirror after that conversation my son and I had if I picked up a drink today. So I'm pretty fucking certain that today I woke up sober. And I'm just as fucking certain that today I'm gonna go to bed sober as well. I love you all. Thank you so much for being my support group, more than you all could never understand. Many blessings to you all. Safe travels. If on whatever journey you're on, whether it's a spiritual one, a physical one, whatever it is. Many blessings. Bye.